Okay, we're here live in Montgomery at the scene of a fatal house fire. We were just briefed by State Fire Marshal Peter Ostrowski. The fire here at 154 Montgomery Road. I hope you all can hear me because it's quite loud. So, we were just briefed. As you can see, the house behind me, it's a total loss. Ostrowski said fire operations are winding down right here. You see firemen pulling at the house and spraying water on it, chasing hot spots. What we've been told right now, as of a few minutes ago, at around 11 o'clock last night, there was a report of a chimney fire here. This is a section of Montgomery. It's on top of a hill. It's way out in the middle of this extremely rural area. Houses are a good quarter-mile apart. Call came in for a chimney fire. First fire departments were responding, and then the call changed that the fire had spread from the chimney to the house. When they got here, it was fully engulfed. A total of 8 fire departments responded to the scene. Now, during the fire, one of the initial fire units, volunteer unit from Montgomery, there were a pair of firemen out back outside of the house working a fire hose. It was at that moment that one of those firefighters, you can see when I'm talking about them chasing hot spots, there's one right there. So one of these firefighters working this line suddenly collapsed. Ostrowski said he was not inside the building, he was outside of it, working a line, spraying water onto the house. He was loaded into an ambulance, rushed to Noble Hospital in Westfield, which is a good distance away from here, and they brought him to the hospital and he was pronounced dead. They're not disclosing the firefighter's name. They're not talking about how old he was, how long he had been a firefighter. There they are, spraying that hot spot. You can see this house. It's just totally destroyed. The roof is gone. I can see completely through the front windows out the back. There's no wall out back. This was just a mammoth fire. And it doesn't help that it's such a remote area. There are fire apparatuses all over the road here. They must have had a good deal of trouble getting up here. Laura, they don't know what caused the fire yet. It's believed to be accidental. All they can say at this time is it started as a chimney fire and spread to the rest of the house. There were no other reports of any other injuries. All we've heard is this one firefighter who was stricken and died. So, I don't know if you can hear me very well. I'm standing right next to a fire truck. This came up, you can see this one is from Westover. This one came a good long ways to get here. The State Fire Marshal's office is on scene. East Hampton Fire Chief is here. I'm seeing the backs of the fire jackets. They're from Westfield and Southampton and Huntington right in front of us. You can see out in the backyard way over here there's a loader that's just picking up debris from the back of the house and getting it away from the property. How are they doing, Laura? Well, we haven't talked to any of them yet. They're all very busy. But the fire marshal says that everybody here is just devastated. It's really hard when you lose a colleague in this way and still have to keep doing your job. Montgomery, it's a small fire department. It's 100% volunteer. So this is a guy who has a life, a job outside of the fire department, and he works as a volunteer for his community. Here comes this loader. I don't know which way this is going. I may be in the way. Honestly, Laura, I think they would appreciate the hot coffee, but I don't know if it would still be hot by the time you got up here. It is a haul. So we're here on the scene. There's the house in front of us. This loader is coming out. I suspect he's turning my way. So I am gonna get the heck out of Dodge.
You guys might want to watch out for just a bit.
Yeah. Ah. Yeah, good call on my part getting out of the way. All right. Well, to tell you the truth, Angel, I grew up in Westfield. I'm a little familiar with Montgomery, but I've never been out here. If you asked me to point on a map where I am right now, I would be able to tell you. All right. That's why that loader was backing up. He's attacking the house. That was the section of the roof. Oh, there goes the chimney. I should have stayed up on that hill. It's a better view. Yeah, I was just thinking that, Laura. That came down really quick. It tells you how bad the damage was inside the house. There's no support structures left inside. So the entire inside was gutted. I don't know where he's going. Yeah, I'm getting the heck out of Dodge. All I know about loaders is I don't want to be in front of one. I don't know the names of the owners. Before they... Hey.
I'm gonna go around them. I thought I grabbed my Huntington one. Apparently I didn't. Who are you with?
I'm with the Republican and MassLive.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. Sorry, I didn't mean to somebody's foot.
That's all right.
We got the chain. Yeah, now we're just trying to figure out.
Okay, so for those of you just joining, well, let me take one more photo. That clicking sound is me taking a photo. I do have a press ID. It's right here on my bag, but I didn't have it out. Instead, I just point to the hat that I'm wearing that says the Republican. So, in recap, for the people just joining us, 11 o'clock last night, 911 call, chimney fire out here on Montgomery Road. Actually, so 11 o'clock at night, remote section of Montgomery, call for a chimney fire. Montgomery Fire Department responds. By the time they get here, the house is fully engulfed. They put out a call for mutual aid. A total of 8 fire departments come. I'm looking at machine engines right now from Huntington, Westover. I believe Russell is here. So, house is fully engulfed. Firefighters are in the process of hosing it down, trying to put it out. And in the back of the house, one firefighter is working a line with another firefighter, and the first firefighter just collapses. They put him in an ambulance, rush him to Noble Hospital in Westfield, which is a good distance away. And upon arrival, he was pronounced dead. The state fire marshal told us the firefighter wasn't inside the house. He was working a line outside when he was just stricken and collapsed. Don't know why yet. We don't know the cause of the fire. We do know that the house is totaled. Just the outer shell of the structure was standing when I first arrived here. A loader just came by and knocked over the rest of it. You can see it's a complete loss. There are no reports of any other injuries. They're supposed to be giving us the full press briefing later on. I'm trying to see. You can see the house is still smoldering. While I've been here, the firefighters were poking around at it with those large pole hooks they have, and the roof caught on fire again. They came out and hosed it again one more time, and then the backhoe came in and just knocked over whatever was left standing, and there wasn't a whole lot standing. There's supposed to be a full briefing on this later on. That's the story that we have for now. They're not releasing any information about the firefighter, how old he was, how long he had been a firefighter. Montgomery is a 100% volunteer fire department, so this guy was a volunteer firefighter in addition to having another career. That's the way it is out in the rural towns. They don't have a standing fire department. They have volunteers who come whenever they're needed. So it's been a particularly tragic day in Western Massachusetts in terms of fires. Yesterday in Springfield, the 69-year-old man died in a house fire on Melrose Street. And now we have this. More details will be coming later. We're here at the scene for now. I think I'm going to pack it in just for the sake of my battery. Reporting from Montgomery at the scene of a fatal house fire. I'm Patrick Johnson with The Republican. Thank you for tuning in. Please go to MassLive.com for the latest information. We'll be updating this throughout the day.